How's it going, guys? I got the HART HPSV02 brushless vacuum, cordless, 20 volt, and I bought this used, and I noticed that it had less suction than my older version, the HPSV01, which is also brushless, and I have two of those and I love them. Got a good deal on this one. I thought maybe it needs to be cleaned. Sure enough, take it apart, looks like no one had ever even tried to bang out the filter or anything. So there's a little washable filter inside these. So because that got so dusty, dust actually got through into the motor itself, and that clogged up the little filter that's inside the motor that's not serviceable. So that happened to another vacuum when I accidentally ran it without my filter in place. And what happens is dust gets in there, and then it seems to like overheat all the time, even though it'll start flashing at you red, even though the battery is fine because it's overheating. So I took that apart and did the same exact thing that I'm about to show you what I did to this one. So to get it apart, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 screws, plus 2 in the front that you got to take out as well, and 1 hidden. There's a little blue insert that goes right here, and it has alternating clips that go up. This one at the very top is really hard to get to. I think it's designed like that on purpose because it's easy to put together. It's really hard to take apart. I had to kind of spread from the top, pull this black piece out, and get in there with a screwdriver to release that last clip. So that was a pain in the butt because underneath it hides the very last screw. You have to get that screw out. When you put it back together, I probably won't put that screw in if I can get away without it, because I ever want to get in there and service this again, it'll be 100 times easier to get in there without having to worry about that screw. So anyways, once you're in there, there's engine case covers here that are covering up the 4 screws, this motor. So when I took that motor casing off, I found a filter inside here. This filter here, this white one, was absolutely clogged like crazy. So I took it out, I banged it out. I did actually make a little break in the filter when I was taking it out right there, but that's gonna be no problem. So that'll breathe a lot better now that that's been cleaned. Also, if you're interested, it's a 265 watt motor. I tested it with a clamp and my voltmeter, and I found about 6.5% voltage drop on high speed, and it was putting 260 watts out at the actual motor after the voltage drop. So the motor has definitely got some power. The funny thing is, when you first turn this on though, I didn't realize it had 3 speeds. A lot of times it'll default to the middle speed. So you got to turn it on and press the plus to make sure you're on the top speed. And that was one thing that threw me off with this vacuum also. Well, we might as well turn it on since we got it here. Low, medium, definitely has some decent power, and at 260 watts it makes sense to use a battery about the size of a 4 amp hour. I have a Ryobi cordless vacuum that takes like 350 watts, and it's the same type of thing, 20 volts, 5 cells in series. That's the most powerful 20 volt, really 18 volt nominal device I've ever tested. So this is 260 watts. You could draw more from a battery that size, but this is a vacuum that's designed to be run for an extended period of time, even on high speed. So it makes sense that they didn't go like absolutely maximum on the wattage. But it's got plenty of suction at 260 watts. Love this thing, highly recommended. The HPSV01, HPSV02 are both awesome. The V02 has the canister that's like arranged this way, and the V01 has the canister arranged sideways. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions, please post them up.